These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup at the Swiss stage of Worlds 2024.
But even just the fact that MT got up there actually did dissuade them for looking for any sort of a dive. So this is very good, and Bwipo has no W.
Oh, Bwipo already flashed back underneath the turret there to make sure he gets to safety as Core and Yon are putting the pressure on the FlyQuest top laner. Had to use the flash there, traded for the Ignite of Core JJ. Bwipo down to 150 HP.
The poke continues, and Bwipo's still sticking around down here, trying to charge up his Qs. He uses the charged one, though.
He's so low. Bwipo below 100 HP. Yon with a nice deadly flourish as Bwipo tries to put some damage back into Core JJ, but he takes a lick and he gets first blood.
Fade over. Looks like they also got the full reset here from Bwipo, so Bwipo level 6 Cassante is coming back full health. Meanwhile, Impact just recalling now is going to have to channel teleport.
APA already used his ulti there to chunk Quad down. Quad still has the shockwave, but all three grubs already secured by Umpty and Team Liquid.
And Busio just can't face check in there. You know, Umpty's Inspired's trying to lead the way there on the Skarner, but they cannot risk it.
Safe side right now, knows that's where the Skarner would be.
Okay, Quad doesn't get the ball far enough to try to go for a shockwave. Polymorph onto APA, who flashes over the wall to try to escape, but Quad with the flash into the shockwave. Easy pick up there for FlyQuest, but now Masu could be under some pressure in the bottom lane. Uses the barrier as the curtain call opens up. Yon hits the first two. Number 3 collides. Number 4, Masu has to flash out of the way to survive. Yon is shooting straight.
Going to be the Dragon rotation immediately. Busio just left around now. He's the one going to get poked under tower.
Yeah, this combo of the Jhin and the Tahm Kench, another deadly flourish into Abyssal Dive. Core JJ, the thick skin is not thick enough, and Team Liquid overplays their hand. Yon even having a flash away, they still don't kill Busio. He barely holds on, sidesteps the deadly flourish at the very end.
2v2 have been dominating, but they definitely went way too far on that one. At the very least, it's just a kill given over to the Lulu, so not the end of the world, but the loss of summoners, I think, is really what does hurt Yon.
Thank
you.
But the 6 grubs might be more meaningful as APA under attack again.
Yeah, APA could be in some serious trouble here. Inspired flashes forward, but he misses the upheaval. APA is still going to drop as Quad can chase him down. 2-0 on the Orianna for the flash.
And I want to see what's going on bottom side too, because again, the relentless pressure here has almost resulted in a whole turret taken by the TL duo. They do get it here, only 12.5 minutes into the game. Quadrant of the jungle here leading up to it.
And I mean, while TL, I think, are in a very good spot, there's so much scaling over on the FlyQuest side. I do think Jhin is really going to struggle to actually punch through the front line. There's not a massive amount of tank killing pressure here on Team Liquid's comp. So as long as FlyQuest aren't just completely bleeding out, just keep focusing on their farm, getting their levels, this is the kind of style that they like to play. They like to play to scale.
Inspired actually gave a really interesting interview with Travis Gafford, I believe, where he talked about specifically playing team fights versus Team Liquid. And Inspired is always gives a lot of detail, and one of the main things that he said,
20 splinters that you're trying to get. Impact in this bot lane though is getting so much damage down to this tower. This might just be dead. I think he can kind of just kill him Bwipo's face at this point.
Dude, Trinity Force Jax just demolishes structures. It's so easy for Impact to farm money off of that.
defensive hovering.
Also got chunked
For now.
there. APA on the center doing some good work. But meanwhile, bottom side, 2v2. Bwipo starting it off with the all-out on Impact, taking him through the wall here in the alcove, but a TP ready to reinforce for FlyQuest. Impact on the retreat. Third and Tofo strike threatened the knockback, so Impact has to flash away, but now Umpty getting caught by the shockwave. Nicely done here from FlyQuest to catch the Team Liquid jungler. We'll see if they want to go any further forward. Doesn't look like it, but FlyQuest won nothing in that scrap. Well, FlyQuest is going to grab themselves some more objective money up here in the top lane. It'll be their first turret claimed this game. TL already with 3 in their position, but FlyQuest finally getting on the board in that regard. Meanwhile, Umpty will secure Soul Point here for the side of Team Liquid, so the clock is starting to approach midnight here for FlyQuest. They are going to have to answer these from now on or surrender that ever so important Infernal Soul. One thing that is going FlyQuest's way, 3 out of 4 of the kills, really all of the kills except for the one where Team Liquid overextended trying to dive Busio.
Space being created by a Cassante, by a Skarner, and this Lulu backing you up is going to be really threatening.
Well, Inspired jumps in, going after Umpty, who immediately responds, jumping on Busio, who's down to half HP, but a redemption going to be summoned up by FlyQuest here as Impact tries to chase after him with a counter-strike, but he won't find the stun on anybody important. Impact is about to die first, but he gets away with a leap strike back to a teammate. APA killed first. FlyQuest with a 1-0 here so far in the fight, but Whipple's in the front line, but he's all alone. He knocks Umpty back. A little bit more damage. Might just kill the Team Liquid jungler.
To the Baron pit to try and get away from danger, but then section off from the rest of the team, so FlyQuest are able to collect that kill, and
we're not done yet. Nice knockback again from Whippo onto Core JJ. Wants to keep going forward, but he's got to be a little bit careful here. Impact with a counter-strike. Goes in and finds the kill on Busio. Escapes with his own flash back up into the brush, but a two-man shockwave coming out from Quad. Impact is popped before we can do anything else. Umpty's here on the front line, and surely he won't survive. The arrows just riddle him like a pincushion. Yon won't land the deadly flourish, and FlyQuest continues the chase. Quad goes on a rampage, and Core JJ goes down. In regards to something you said earlier, Isaac, talking about the scaling of FlyQuest, talking about how it'll be so hard for this Jhin to punch through that front line, it's exactly what we just saw. Now we got some more problems for TL. An arrow from downtown finds its way onto Impact. He'll try to fight his way out, but it ain't gonna happen. Top laner down. FlyQuest 9-4 and be able to join. He has respawn now. He'll make his way back out onto the map. FlyQuest still in control. Nice knockback coming out from Whipple when APA's in trouble. All out from Whipple to make sure that Core JJ's not able to save him. Now the Tahm Kench has to dive back to safety.
Baron threat here. They've got a Jhin for DPS, so all they can do is clear a ward.
And I love how Whippo just immediately decides all out into no terrain just to get that little extra buffer to guarantee that Core JJ cannot save his mid laner on this Tahm Kench as FlyQuest acquire the mid lane turret.
I feel like FlyQuest are fully in the driver's seat now. Soul point or not for Team Liquid, it doesn't matter if you can't win a fight. Looking to try to take over control of that area because that really is going to be what TL are looking for the whole time.
All right, the arrow, they went for the Tahm Kench, but it missed. Umpty and Core JJ still here on the front line for Team Liquid, knocking Inspired up into the air with a 3 talent strike, but Inspired going for the pull only onto Core JJ. Umpty with a pressure onto Busio, has to try to flash away. Impact wanted to grab the counter strike, but it ain't gonna work. Umpty now the focus of FlyQuest damage. Impact in stasis, trying to hang on. Core JJ saving him there with the Devour. They try to get everybody away to safety, but Umpty is locked behind enemy lines, and Quad is dominating. FlyQuest kill the Team Liquid jungler. They're making their way over to the Baron pit. They gotta make sure that nobody gets sniped here by Yon's curtain call, and it's not that hard to do. FlyQuest now making Team Liquid be the ones to answer as they head into the Baron pit.
I mean, Impact got into the backline, forced out the summoners, but they had no answer for Masu, who gets buffed up by the Lulu, shreds the frontliners, and TL forced to retreat, lose the Baron here. FlyQuest now, will they have the health bars to get back to Dragon? That's the question.
Very easy. I think the timing for that fight was perfect for FlyQuest.
Who cannot be touched. The Orianna as well is free firing. TL just don't have the consistent damage to punch through the frontliners. If they don't win on that first punch at the start of the fight, they got nothing.
Yeah, Quad is just so fed, so rich here. The Orianna arrows and picking people off now because APA has no flash. For this next one. Umpty has no flash. Xin is notoriously vulnerable when you're trying to get vision as a jungler. You're trying to work with your support with Core JJ there.
Game, and FlyQuest has done a great job responding to it with mid-lane or mid-game outplays as Yon is again forced to flash now. The Jhin vulnerable, the Tahm Kench dead, the Orianna godlike, and FlyQuest just keep striking gold. Now that gold is about to flow straight into their pockets as the bottom lane tier 2 turret collapses, and again, it's Umpty under pressure as FlyQuest are not done yet. Quad does so much damage, and Umpty learned the hard way. You gotta respect it. FlyQuest gonna knock down another tier 2, this time over in the mid lane. Impact is trying to make a play here with a teleport, but the problem is there's no pincer attack to be found. You are a 3v5 for Team Liquid for the next 10 seconds, and even then, it's still down a man for him. Impact's gonna be interrupted as he tries to recall an award. FlyQuest have already taken the mid lane inhibitor, and now they're going to demolish the tier 3 turret in the bottom lane, making it a 2-inhib game.
I mean, you can try to threaten the flank, but it's not a rock in a hard place. It's a rock in a wet paper bag.
Through it, you know. Yeah, exactly. FlyQuest has done their training. They are ready to go. They know how to play these types of situations with an arrow coming in from the top side. Umpty gets hit from all the way away, and he has to try to flash to survive, but he's still almost dead. You got Whippo going in, all out. Umpty in some danger, still barely surviving as Yon's about to drop here next. If the Jhin dies, surely the fight is already over, and I think it won't even matter. Core JJ will drop second. They're about to make it even more. Impact's out of the picture. Quad's legendary. Yawn, this fed Jin from the early game can't do anything as Inspired comes around with the Ishtal impact, the polymorph on APA, so we can't even get a trade back on the FlyQuest support. Quad 10-0 flooding into the base. Yawn, the only one standing to try to stop it as FlyQuest go in for what should be the final kill of the game. They knock the Infernal Cinders out of them. They knock the Nexus turret down, and FlyQuest take game 1.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup at the Swiss stage of Worlds 2024. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.